Hello and welcome back to this channel. So if you haven't noticed, we just crossed 10,000 subscribers on this channel. Yay! I just want to thank you guys for making this happen. And I also want to apologize that I've been a little absent here. I think it's been more than 2 months or 3 months almost that I haven't made a video. Trust me, I want to, but life's a bit hectic right now and it's really hard to sit down and film something. But I do have a lot of ideas and hopefully this will be the start of the videos that are going to come in the next few weeks, I guess. Okay, let me come back to the topic. So in today's video, we're going to find different ways in which you can get colors or color palettes into Adobe Fresco. So let's just get started. First off, I want you to make sure that you go ahead and update your Fresco. That's really important because there are some features that I'm going to talk about which are available only in the newest Fresco out there. So once you have updated Fresco, just open up a file, doesn't matter what size. I'm currently using the current screen size so that it's big and nice and you guys can see it really well on the screen. Okay, let's go ahead and start off with one of the most obvious ones, that is picking color using your pencil or your finger. That is, you just go ahead and bring in some image and then you pick color. I've been using this method in all of my tutorials, but I want to tell you, you don't have to do that anymore unless you're very picky about the colors you want to pick. Okay, so there's a new option where you can import colors from the images. Yeah, you heard me right. So how do we do that? Okay, so as soon as you update your Fresco, this option is automatically turned on. So that means all you have to do is click on your images, go to your photos, and then choose any image that you want. I'll probably choose this file here and then click on done. And then if I go into color palettes, if I go into recents, I'll see that it has picked the colors from this particular image. So it automatically picks it up, right? So you don't have to worry about anything. But obviously it's not exactly like it doesn't pick all the colors as far as I can see. There are some colors missing maybe, or maybe it just picks it up, but there are certain colors that you might want to, because see, look at this. There's so many versions of pink or brown or maroon or red over here, and I'm sure it's not picked out everything. So if you're too picky about picking colors, then you'll have to use your hold and pick whatever color you want and then make a mark on your artboard. Obviously you have to be in one of the brushes. Then it creates a new layer so the image doesn't get damaged. But if you go into recent, it also adds a separate row here where you can see the colors that you handpicked. So if you're using any color which is not in this color palette, that is which was picked up by the image, it'll show up here. For example, if I just decide I want this bright blue which is not in here and I'm going to go ahead and draw with it, it's still going to show up in recent. It's still here, okay? And you also have an option to delete palette if you click on these 3 dots if it is, bothering your view or something. So one main disadvantage of having this setting turned on is if you pull in a sketch. Let me just show that. The sketch, if I pull it in and click on done, and if I go here, you see that the image, obviously you'll have the previous one, but it also pulled all the color palettes from the sketch, which I really don't want. Obviously you can go and delete it if you want. That's cool too. But I don't want to have a color palette created every time I import a photo, because sometimes I'm bringing in a photo as a reference image and not exactly using the colors. So you can turn this setting off by going into settings, go to app settings, and in here if you go into general, you'll see something called as auto create color palette. Just make sure you turn this off. And now we are done. Now when you bring an image, let's go ahead and bring one image, maybe this elephant, and click on done. And if you go to color palette, you see there's no extra color palette created. So I usually have this turned off, but sometimes when I have this turned off and I suddenly want a color palette. So how do I do that? You can go up here and bring in your photos and do a split screen. So people who don't have this option, I'm really sorry. It's not necessary. It's just a convenient mode in which you can get your color palettes. Obviously, if this is in half, you'll see the preview mode. You don't want that, so I'm going to increase this. Oh, the color palette went away, so make sure you have the color palette on. So now if I want this image to be picked up, or let me go ahead and take some other, this one, this looks nice. So I want this image, so I'll click until it's highlighted, and I'll bring in and just drop it into my color palettes, and you see it automatically creates a palette out of it. So obviously this has more colors than my original color palette because it picks up even the edges. For example, here there are some colors here. It does all sorts of things. So but you do have a whole range of colors. It's absolutely useful when you find a reference image or something and you want to draw it and you need to get the colors off of it. But otherwise, I would highly recommend going and hand picking them yourself. Once you're done, you can just pull it back and that's gone. Okay, let me just hide all of these. So one disadvantage or a sad part about this method is that these are temporary. So the palettes that you see here, if you go ahead and open a new file, let me just do that. I'm going to click on current screen size. If you go here, poof, they're all disappeared. That's sad because sometimes you want to retain or you want to have color themes which are always there, right? So if I click here and if I go into all, you see that I have some colors here which are actually available all throughout my Fresco files, which is awesome because I can use them whenever I want. So how do I get these into Fresco? Now I'll show you the more permanent method of getting colors into Fresco. So go ahead and open up any of your browser. Could be Firefox, Chrome, whatever you have. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So now you want to go ahead and go into color.adobe.com. You can find the link in the description box below. So go ahead and click it if you want. You can also type in the URL and go there. Let me just do that. So once you get in here, you'll get this particular screen and there's an option here called sign in, which is really important, and you have to sign in to the same account as your Fresco. So otherwise you won't see them. Okay, so click on sign in and sign into your account. Okay, so now I have signed in, and here you can find a lot of different ways in which you can create your own color palette. One of them is this screen, that is create screen. And obviously you have a lot of options, monochromatic, triad. I'm not going to get into that because we can have an entirely new video on that. That would be nice. But for this one, I'm going to click on custom. And now here you can actually choose whatever colors you want. If you already have the hex codes, it's easier because you can just type in here the hex codes and you'll get those particular colors. But you can also use these things to choose whatever colors you want. Okay, you just click on that and then move your particular thing. That was the one. There you go. This is the one. I'm going to choose something blue. And yeah, you don't have to really click on it, but you can just move them around, I guess. Okay, so I have this selected. So you can click on this publish to color, but you don't really have to do that. It's an optional thing. If you don't want to publish your color palette, you can just turn it off. So, and then here it is save to. So this is the library that you're going to save to. So quickly show you what it means. So if I go into my current screen here, click on the color palette and I go into my all, I'll see all these files or libraries here. So this is the one which says NCVS. It's just a random name, nothing to it. So you can either choose that or you can also click on plus and create a completely new library. Let's just say YouTube. By the way, you can type this with the keyboard. I'm just using the pencil and click on create. And now it changes to that and you can name your color theme to whatever you want. So let me just say test. Okay, whatever. Test, and you can put in tags and stuff. I don't think you need to do that unless you're publishing it to publicly, because if you put in tags, then it'll be easier for people to actually find your color palettes. So now once you have this ready, you can click on save and it saves. It's added to YouTube, so you can go back here. And I don't know if it shows up immediately. Let me see. There it is, YouTube, and you have these 5 colors in here. So this is permanent. It'll show up everywhere. So if you have some particular colors that you like, you can use that as well. And another thing is you don't really need to create your own colors. There are many different options. My favorite one is to go into trends. And in here you have categories like fashion, graphic design, illustration, and etc. I'm just going to quickly choose some. You can view more, by the way, and you'll have a whole range of things over here. I'm just going to go ahead and click on this one here. There are 2 options here. You can click on this icon, which means add it to your library. So if you click on that, it'll add to your library. So this is going to save it to your default library. And let me just go ahead and check. And then it adds it to YouTube because that was the library that you chose previously. So that's how you add the entire theme. But what if you want only one color from this? You can just click on this, and now you can just click here and it copies it to clipboard, right? And you can go into your create mode and paste it there as well. So you can pick individual colors like that as well. So this is the trends. And then you can also go to explore, where you'll get all these different awesome color palettes. So here you have a beautiful search bar where you can put in whatever you want to search. Oh, there are some understanding color, visual guide. Oh, there's so many different things here. You can learn on your own if you have the time. So there's this search bar here where you can search everything that you want. I'm going to go ahead and give pastel. And so you can use with tag, hex, similar hex. I'm just going to use tag as pastel, because anybody who used a tag for pastel shades, you'll get them here. So you see all these different things over here. You can just save in them instantly by clicking on this library option here. You can also save on this heart here so that you can favorite it, and then you can get back to it whenever you think your project is ready to have this color palette. There's also this option of downloading. I think it's going to download a JPEG. For example, if you are putting up list of color palettes together for some future artwork and you need to send it to clients or something, you can just click on this and it downloads the JPEG. You can also share it with people. And yeah, this is one of the few things that you can do here in Adobe Color. There's the libraries. By the way, these are the libraries that I have, and you can see them over here as well. And you also have the option to extract color from image right here. So there are so many different ways in which you can create color palettes, but the main thing about our video here is not about Adobe Color, but it's about Fresco and how to get colors in here. And that's how you get colors into Fresco in 3 different ways. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get notified when I post a new video. If you do like my content, you can think about supporting me on ko-fi.com. You can find the link to do that in the description box below. If you do create something using one of my tutorials, don't forget to tag me on Instagram with Print Me Some Color or Think Beyond Color. I would love to check it out. If you have any suggestions or requests that you want, or something that you want to learn in Fresco, don't hesitate to comment here. You can also DM me on Instagram. I would love to hear from you guys, basically. Okay, I guess I'll see you in the next video then. Bye-bye.